City! It's so pretty. Wait, where are we at? What is this? Oh, it's boba?
And rice cakes, or rice balls. Yo, put your mask on.
We have to have masks.
Put your mask on.
We are in, we're in New York City.
I'm scared.
Walking around before our show.
Air condition too.
We're walking around before our show. We have a little bit of time. So, we're going to go see.
Oh, they got taro milk tea.
We're going to go see what's up. Actually, I can't see chat. Maggie, may I use your phone for chat?
Yeah.
Hang on, hang on.
For what?
The chat. My chat doesn't pop up on my screen. Can I use it for the chat?
Yeah. Oh, look.
Whoa. You guys see it? I am that.
They have Thai tea, but sometimes that's made with coconut milk.
Whoa.
Oh, glass bottles are not included.
So cool.
10% when you bring the glass bottle back to refill. Oh wait, maybe the glass bottles are included.
I steal.
These are.
I'm trying to see chat. Hang on, guys. I can't see what you're saying. Give me 2 seconds. They have to pick up one. Okay, I can now see what you're saying. Let's go. Let me make sure it's working. It is working. We're good. Okay, so we are hanging out before the set. See, you might say hi. Hello. We didn't think we were gonna get time to walk around New York City, but we did. So I don't know all where we're going. I know we have an interview thing that we're doing in a little bit, but I'm really excited. I actually don't think I'm gonna get anything here, to be honest, because I can't eat a lot of this stuff. And I'm not really that hungry. Hi, Ken. Hi. Hi, Mr. Dr. Gervix. Hi, Twitch Boy. Hello, guys. I'm gonna set up on this chair. Oopsies. What? Yeah, I'm live. Say hello. Hey, it says up here. Oh no. We're good. I said okay. Thanks for hosting. Hi. Alright, so we are hanging out. I don't even know where we're at right now. Yeah, tea. They want to get boba and rice balls and stuff like that. So we're gonna eat here, I believe. Love your panda mask. Thank you. This is actually Maggie's mask, but yeah, masks are required here still. So we're being respectful and wearing our masks. I haven't had to wear a mask in forever though, so it's like bringing me back. I also it's bringing me back to talking with my eyes and smiling with my eyes. A lot of people are like, oh my word, you squint when you smile. It's because when we wore masks for pictures, you had to go like this so people could see you're smiling. So now when I smile, it's stuck, and so now I go whenever I smile. It's funny. Hey Andrew, hello. Andrew, I still need to upload your emote thing to my thing. I haven't done it yet. I've been working on school and the vlog. The vlog comes out today at 5 o'clock. The vlog comes out. So, wait, where are they going?
They're gonna go look for pizza.
Can I go with them or do I have to stay here?
You can't eat pizza. Can you eat anything here? You've got to eat. What are you eating?
I don't really want
Well, you have to sit here because you're doing the interview.
I don't really want anything.
Alright, then you're going to go. You can go sit and talk to your
Love your makeup. Thank you. Hopefully I'll have some more soon. Wahoo! If you guys don't know, Andrew made us some emotes, or he made us one and he's making some other ones. So he made us one that has me saying hello, and then he has some that should I keep them a secret? Maybe I should keep them a secret. But I'm excited to upload them so you guys can use them and see them in chat. It's gonna be so great. Oh guys, also tomorrow I'm streaming. I was gonna stream Fortnite because everyone's saying they want me to play Fortnite and they want me to play with viewers, and so the best way to play with viewers is to play Fortnite, I feel like. So I might download Fortnite tonight so that we can play it tomorrow. So if you guys want to see Fortnite, let me know. If you don't, also let me know, because then we can just play Valorant or Apex. Oh wait, is it my Wi-Fi or is it this place? Turn it off. Cool, I had it on it too, although Valiant sounds cool too. So, my plan is tomorrow, we have a meet and greet in New York somewhere. So, I gotta wake up and do college, and then do the meet and greet, and then we're gonna stop at a Planet Fitness, I wanna work out. And then after I work out, I wanna stream from like then till like however o'clock at night. So, it could be really late. Like, it could be a really long stream. Depending on when I finish working out, I'm gonna like start stream. So I don't know what time. I can't give you a time, but I'm hoping we're gonna be able to be live for like a few hours. So we could play Valorant and we could play Fortnite. But I'm trying to be live for longer because I haven't gotten to play games in forever, and I know you guys like the games, and I know the drum cams are cool, but like I love playing games. So I want to try to get the games, but I'm having to work around some things. So we'll see. I will post on my Instagram whenever I go live. But that's the plan for tomorrow. So tomorrow should be a longer game stream. Hopefully. I can't like promise anything just because like we're on tour, you know? So promising stuff would not do well. Also, I need to fix my hair. Boop, boop. There we go. But yeah, promising, I can't promise anything, but I do want to stream for a few hours tomorrow. It'll be later in the day for sure. But I also want to play with you guys, so I think I might do Fortnite. See if we can play with some viewers. Hang out. I know a lot of people are wanting.
Can I see your phone to vlog real quick?
I'm live.
My phone, I meant.
Oh yeah. Buying more grapes in a bit to make more Jello grapes. Gonna get some sugar-free cherry Jello, dude.
Hi.
The sugar-free cherry Jello sugar grapes are my favorite.
Look at my giant ass.
The cherry Jello grapes are my favorite ones. Favorite. Maggie, could you give me a seaweed salad? Yes, please. Also, I posted a picture on my Instagram and then I posted a TikTok. Yes, I do.
Once you guys order, just go out there with Luca.
But we had to ride in a trailer all the way here. Not a trailer, a U-Haul van thing all the way here, but it had all of our equipment in it, plus us. And let me tell you, that was one of the funniest but also most uncomfortable things I've ever done. It was quite crazy, and that's why we made we had TikToks and we vlogged and we made posts and stuff because that was wild. And we were all on top of each other and our legs were being crushed and my back and my neck hurt when I got out because we were like this trying to like survive in there. And New York obviously is not the best with traffic or bumps, and so every time you hit a bump or every time he hit the brakes, we were like boom, boom. So it was not the best case scenario, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst at all. We're getting so much food here. I'm not that hungry. I ate carrots and popcorn before we left. Had a little snacky. I want to go to an anime shop so badly. They have the coolest anime shops here in New York City. We went to, I think, 2 or 3 when we came for Christmas a couple years ago. We did a vlog on that. But we went to anime shops and they're so cool. And I want to get some little knickknacks, little like stuffies or figurines or something. I don't know if we're going to have time. I don't know. We have an interview to do. And then after this, I hope we have time to go. That would be sick. You guys want to say hello? Yeah. Move. I also can't see what you guys are saying, so give me like 2 seconds. She has my chat. Also, I'm gonna see if I can keep you guys live during the interview.
Everybody outside, 10-15 minutes, come back and check and make sure your order's ready. I gotta go find Daddy.
We have to go outside? Wait, this lighting is sick. Mom, you wanna say hello?
Hi! I need you out here talking to the press.
Thank you. This place is pretty.
Nothing too pretentious.
Okay. Yes.
So,
And this is Lulu.
Hi.
She's live right now.
Luca, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're what?
She's on live right now.
Oh, she's on loud. Oh, you said she's high right now.
Oh no.
And what is your name?
Maggie.
Maggie, Luca, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Angel said hello. Hi, D-Money. Hi, hi.
You're gonna be right there. I'll just be like, okay.
Good video next week? It will. It really will. Today's video comes out at 5. Okay. And today's video is so confusing. It was confusing to edit, so.
When we start the interview, she can't respond, so she's not ignoring you, but we can't respond in the middle of the interview.
We are about to interview. I'm gonna set you up.
I'll just set you up like right here.
We can do it right here.
She said 10 to 15. So maybe just go check at 10 and then they're not ready.
Yeah, so I'll just be. You guys should be like doing your thing. Like, you just have a conversation. Like, keep it like extremely like low key and normal. I don't want this to be like pretentious or anything. So
You're good.
we want to keep it. We want to keep it flowing.
Just text them for the link. I can send it to you.
I can, but I don't want to be loud.
It's open normally.
Are they cheese? Oh, I meant to have Cheetos. I'll eat it after.
How long do we have before we have to get back to the venue? 2 hours?
They say 4:15.
Yeah.
Where are you guys coming from today? Or yesterday?
We were in Rhode Island yesterday.
You drove this morning or last night?
I think we drove through the night.
Yeah, I think it was last night.
Really? Wow. Audio wise, good. Yeah, just gonna start sitting down. Anyway, let's get back. We're good. Is yours on? Yeah. On? Check it. Yep. You guys have your drinks already, or
We ordered.
will you
them
have
at
to? You have to go back and get them, or are they coming for you?
I care. I want to get them all up.
You just take multiple trips. Should you check it out? What? You got a time set.
plan is on you.
All right. All right, New York City. You guys been here before, right?
Yes.
We've been here a couple times, but we never played here before.
What's the deal to be playing in New York?
It's very hectic, but it's also very like cool to be like, oh my word, we're playing in New York City because we've been here a couple times.
Yeah.
So it's like it's wild to be walking around and know that I'm gonna play a show later.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where it's like you don't really, it doesn't click, and you're like, we're not in New York. What are you talking about? We're not in NYC, and it's like, oh wait, maybe we are.
I mean, how is it different, like being tourists in New York and being, like when you get into New York to see it, like what was the first time for you guys? Like coming to New York, like what do you feel like? You know what I mean?
We came when we were really little, and I remember we went to the American Girl doll store when we were really, really little. And then we came back a couple years ago around Christmas time, and we had to do some business for GFM, but we were able to walk around and see like Times Square and the tree and everything. So that was like really, really cool.
And it was snowing.
It was snowing.
And we're from Florida, so it was like the pretty snow. We're like, this is so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. But now, like coming back to it, and again knowing we're gonna play a show later tonight, it's kind of like surreal to be walking around and just like be in the city and know like I'm gonna go play a show, like I'm gonna get some boba, and then head to the show.
It's one of those things where it's like you're used to feeling like a tourist, but now it's like we don't feel like a tourist. We're like here for work, and so it's like we're not going to sightsee. Like we're just here, like it's a normal thing. It doesn't feel like it's this big, like oh we're in New York City and stuff. It's like we're here for a job. Like it doesn't feel like crazy.
But we're still gonna have
But,
fun.
yeah.
What do you think is the worst? What was is there like a memory tied to New York and it's like some of the worst things that happened? You know what I mean? New York is kind of like that. Like it's like the most amazing thing, but then you see pigeon fucking eating pizza and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, was there like one of those like gross / peculiar New York moments for you guys ever?
I think.
We were going to eat one of the hot dog stands, and we were told don't eat from the hot dog stands because they've been sitting in the water for who knows how long. And so I guess it's not, we didn't partake in it, but we almost did. So that was probably like, I guess, the grossest thing.
Yeah, we haven't had like very many gross experiences.
We didn't see a giant rat carry pizza across the street.
I
yet.
wish I would have.
So-
That
You just need to come to New York more often.
Yeah.
He'll come for you. So Florida then, what is the rock metal scene in Jacksonville?
It's kind of hit or miss. There is some popular venues like the Underbelly, Mavericks, 1904, and
And we have the big like arena there, but that's for like the big thing.
we'll get there one day. But they have a really nice local scene, and when we tapped into that and are part of it, they're just like the biggest nice family. So
Yeah, because like what really like got me curious about you guys is that there's a whole mix of things in your act. Like you look like Japanese cheerleaders. You know what? But in a great, that's a great compliment. Like, you know, I'm saying it as a compliment, obviously. And you guys are basically like right off high school, very young, playing metal. All girls play metal. There's just a lot of like, you know, mismatches here that like work well together.
Yeah.
So first of all, I want to know why metal. Like, what was the exposure to metal? Was there like a moment in your life, in your childhood, where like you just like fell in love with the genre with metal rather than rock or whatever else? You know what I mean? Like, why metal in this country?
We grew up listening to 80s rock because that's what our parents, like our dad brought us up on it.
the hair metal.
And we like played covers when we first started with Petra and Skillet and all of that. But we actually attended Rockville one year, and we were introduced to it, and Magic especially was introduced to Bring the Horizon and Asking Alexandria, and we were like, oh my word, this is what we want to start playing. And being able to view that and then later on play that genre yourself, it was like the coolest feeling. It's like, oh my word, I'm doing what they were doing. And so it was quite the switch of music, and our parents were obviously at first like, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want to play?
But now we have our dad is like a big metalhead now.
Yeah.
He loves like Wage War and Love and Death and a bunch of different bands that we introduced him to. But I think we don't just stick to metal though. That's a great thing that I love about my sisters and I is we incorporate other things. Like we love the punk aspect. We love even like speed metal, like different variations of metal. We love like including pop or maybe just like synths and stuff like that. And so it creates this bigger than just metal, and we stick to one genre because we love incorporating different things. And so each song we like to focus all on one, so it's almost different each one. So you don't have to skip and go, oh this is boring, skip, oh this is boring, oh this is kind of cool, skip, this is boring. So we like to incorporate new things.
So what was the record? Was there a record that, or an artist specifically, that each of you guys remembers as like the initiation? You know what I mean? Like, was it like a record or song or an artist? That's not really metal, actually, per se. But what was the song or the record or the artist that kind of like switched the light for each one of you guys? And like, I want to do music.
Yeah, I think definitely for all of us combined, it was the That's the Spirit album by Bring the Rising, because that had just come out. And so I saw them play that album in Rockville, and I was like, I kind of knew some of it, but I didn't really know them that much. And so I got like the vinyl for it, and I got the CD for it. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And we went on our first tour that year, so like it was the only thing in the CD player the whole time. So now it's like we can't listen to it. It's like we're burnt out on it. But the second we hear one of those songs, it takes us back to that first tour. We're like, oh, this is like, these are the good times.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I don't want to listen to this anymore. Like I've heard this too many times.
I think an artist that truly took the direction where we are today, especially like with Screaming and Maggie Screaming, is when Maggie introduced Flyleaf to us with Lacey Sturm. And I was like, oh my word, Maggie, you have to try that. Because we originally weren't going to scream. Like, we were just going to be like a rock band. And Maggie was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, you have to. And it definitely took a couple of years, but I couldn't imagine us playing without Maggie screaming and bringing that energy and that like force behind it. So we definitely like owe it to her.
What was I going to ask about that actually was the style, the influences. What do you listen? What influences your style musically that isn't metal? You know what I mean? Like, what is like something that you listen to? Or like, let me put it this way: what is an artist you would rather that you would like to collaborate with? And it's not a metal artist. You know what I mean? Like true collabs. Who's a band artist that it's not in your genre, like completely out of like think like literally opposite you guys.
Yeah.
That you'd love to collaborate with.
There's definitely a lot of inspiration taken from anime intros because we all are huge anime fans. So working with like one of the people who made those would be a really cool experience just because we like to do stuff that's not of the normal, and while like collaborating with big names would be fun, it would be so like unique and special to be like, oh my word, like we worked with this name person who made like the anime intro for this anime. And I think it would fit our vibe as well because we love, like you said, we take inspiration from everything, whether it's shows, movies, other bands, like even just visiting New York, there's so many things where we're like, oh my word, like that visual is so cool, I wish I could add that to like our aesthetic. And so I think being able to work with one of those people would be really, really cool. Another like artist who's actually in the scene and stuff, who's like, they're not really up and coming, they've been doing it for a while. It's an artist called Lights, and she's produced a lot of her own stuff. She writes a lot of her own stuff. She's like made her own graphic novel tied to all of her own music. But she's more like in the alternative pop scene. But it's just one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, this girl is like, she's doing it all by herself and all these things. And now she's like signed to like a pretty big label. And, like she's gotten on like a bunch of the billboards in like Times Square and stuff. And, like, oh, it's like she's doing this and like she's doing it herself. And it's like, yeah, that's really cool. And I think that'd be a really like a unique experience to just pick her brain and just figure out like how she did it on her own through all these years.
Yeah.
The anime thing that you mentioned, I wanted to get there obviously. I had a hunch that you guys like anime. What is it about anime? Is this like a thing that you had for like a long time? Like you grew up with it? Like for anime? Like is it like comic books? What is it?
We didn't actually grow up with anime. We grew up with comic books. We love Marvel. We love DC. We're big like all that nerds into superheroes.
So what's the favorite superhero? Like favorite series, saga?
I think we pull more towards Marvel.
But mostly it's Marvel stuff, but I also do just love everything about the Teen Titans. I love them so much. For like the DC side of things, but Marvel, we were really big into like the Avengers. We grew up with the Avengers movies. We grew up with like the original Spider-Man movies and stuff.
We would dress up going to the
Yeah.
Really?
We were those people.
But I think with anime, we were the ones that discovered. I think we were on tour and it was Attack on Titan. And we were like, what is this? Like, we knew like cartoons, like Nickelodeon stuff. But we were like, what is this? Like, it scared us at first. But then I was like, we revisited. I think a couple years later, like individually. Like we were kind of. We discovered it on ourselves because, I don't know, we were like embarrassed that we liked it or something, and then we realized like, are you watching this? And they're like, oh yeah, I'm watching this. So like, let's watch it together kind of thing. And so we found like our own different series that we like through, what was the one that we really liked? My Hero, that's what I couldn't remember the name.
We all watched it together.
We like the Slice of Life, like Toradora, and
But we also were like into the crazy like action, like gory ones. Like it doesn't phase us at all. Like we're just like, oh yeah.
I guess it's just the heartwarming like storyline behind it and like the raw emotion and then the really cool animation that's really pretty of how they spend hours and like just so much talent into creating all of this like the pictures and imagery behind it.
And do you guys have a favorite, like, or like top 3 anime
Ooh.
all time for each of you?
I would say My Love Story, Virgin Soul, I don't know. Oh, and Promised Neverland.
Right.
But
I would
like
say
Fruit
probably
Basket.
Demon Slayer, Fruit Basket, and Promise Neverland. Or One Punch Man.
Oh, or what was I trying to say? I would say Horimiya and Akame ga Kill, and even though I'm really behind on it, it's really basic. I love Attack on Titan. I'm so behind though. Like everybody's like, oh, where do you need to catch up? I love it so much though.
What did you think? How much do you think that kind of influenced your style, like aesthetically? Like,
I think it did a big piece in it because we pull from everything, and when we're super into like our Marvel stuff, you can kind of like see like, oh, like the colors kind of match. But then when we're super into anime for a little bit, like even our new music that we have coming out, there's one song that we're like, this could literally be an animated show.
Yeah, like the demo was called GFM the anime.
So it definitely looks-wise inspires us, sound-wise inspires us, and even with like our vlogs that we do tour vlogs, and even then it's like some of the times, it literally is like we're in an anime, we're like doing the voiceovers. Like,
We'll find ourselves like, what am I supposed to do now? Like doing that like on stage while we're loading in and stuff, just like making each other laugh. But it definitely is the whole like the cutesy girls, but they still like they can kick your butts and everything. Like we love pulling from that. It's like we gotta look like that, we gotta act like that.
hell yeah. So what is it like to be in a band with your siblings? Do you guys drive each other crazy sometimes, or most of the time? Do you like what is it, especially on tour? We'll get to that part, but to begin with, like what is it like to be siblings on a project together? That's basically, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Are there like
There's
you know,
definitely
moments of,
like learning
heat
curves.
and arguments and all that? Like,
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like? What's
There's
the-
definitely moments where we get on
Actually,
each
tell me
other's
what's the best
nerves.
and worst part?
Best and worst. Okay, so one of the best things is just how close we've gotten because we have learned how to communicate because of the band, and we've gotten to a point where we're comfortable being vulnerable with each other, and opening up, and like just like all the weirdest parts of ourselves that we're embarrassed about, like we all know it, and like we're just comfortable being ourselves with each other, and so that just brings so much like chaos into our life, but like it's the good kind of chaos, and it's like the organized chaos type thing, and it's just so much fun. I think that's the best part of it, just how close we've gotten and how we're able to be ourselves and be comfortable with each other. And then just the worst part is just, again, you're so comfortable with each other, like nothing is off limits anymore. It's like we're trying to get everything in the small van to come here to the venue, and like Ceena literally like laid on top of me and like shoved my back into one of the boxes. I'm like, Ceena, I'm dying.
I had to move.
I think, one of the best parts is when you're on stage with someone, the connection with siblings is so much different than just band members, and being able to like do it with your family, so you don't miss family because you're out here with them, and just being able to have that like trust that you have with family that you really can't get with anyone else. Like you can have really close friends, but nothing comes close to like having blood with you. So it's really cool to have that trust, and
I would say like sometimes it gets hard with how stressful it is because you are working with family, so it can get a little tough like balancing stress with family and stress with business and not make sure it doesn't carry over into your family life. But again, we've been able to practice it so much over the years that we've been able to really get a good grip at it.
What is it like, because of all of that, what is it like to be like a rock band, a metal band, made by girls? You know what I mean? Like, what does it feel like to be in this kind of business where you're essentially like, I don't know any other like all girl rock band, metal band.
Yeah.
What's it like for you guys? Do you guys kind of get like, you get friends, like, is it like fun with all of this? Like, more like in the business environment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of like reaction do you get from?
There's definitely a little bit of both. Like some people are like all for and they're like, oh yeah, we need to like push this and make it a bigger thing, and then other people are more like, oh well, this is like you don't really like belong here type thing, or like, oh well, the show doesn't start. Like they're thinking like we're fans or something, but it's like, oh well, no, we're the band. Like it's like, we're supposed to be here. But we definitely have just taken it in stride and that type of stuff. We grew up doing this, and so it doesn't really bother us anymore. And it's like, no, just don't worry, like we're in the band. And so after we end up like playing the shows, everyone's like, oh, you know, we're cool now. We're cool. We understand. So sometimes it just takes a little bit to like explain the whole thing. But once people really understand what's going on and like just learn about it, they're usually more open to the idea of it.
What do you think was because I've never seen you guys play live, obviously, but like seeing like videos and all that, like it's a powerful show, right? What was the best or like most like original your reaction, fan reaction of the show? Like, like was there like any kind of like weird episodes with like fans or more specifically that they've never seen you before?
Yeah.
On the show that like they like some weird reaction.
I guess it's funny because it is so different. Like we love being so girly and have cheerleading uniforms and like go with glitter, and then we'll just be like super in your face. I'll jump in the crowd and like try to like ram people and mosh into them, and then Maggie will like sometimes go in and like grab them and like scream in their face. And people when they come up to us, they're just like their eyes are open and their mouths are and they're like, and you know it's like we welcome it. Like we always like say we're family, we're friends, and so we never want to have that like we're better than everyone and we're up here and you're down there. Like no, we always want it to be we're people. Let's have a conversation. This is who we are. This is our truth. Let's talk about it and like let's have a good time rocking out and being like a great energy show. But we've had people like cry meeting us and we're like no it's okay. It's definitely it's kind of like I don't know, it's interesting that the reactions.
Well, let's get back to the president. Tour de France, are you guys what is like this is like what halfway through? Is this like second leg?
This is only the second week. So
Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, you're good.
Say the one thing.
We got drinks.
Beginning of the questions.
Please.
Let's get some tea.
Yes.
I don't know who's
does it say on the like what the order is? How much is it? Which pair of both is the oat milk?
Battery.
Mine's gonna be purple too.
Hey, we're still doing the interview right now.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you got one drink because I know you're ready to order and then you forget first. So that's all I needed. We're headed back.
Okay. Blaze.
Do you do sunrise?
No, that's
That's Kayla's.
Okay.
Let's go fast.
Okay, we'll see you in a little.
All right, bye.
Oh, I should have asked for ice.
What might be the voice?
You got a boyfriend? Ew, did you get the there's no milk here?
I don't think so.
Can I try it? This is cheap. Did you see all the dogs over there? There was
old man.
yeah, there was one, he was walking a German Shepherd and then two other dogs.
You see it? You see it?
Try this one. Here's like little charm syrup.
Oh, that's good.
Actually, you want to try mine? It's with oat milk.
Oh yeah.
Oat milk cookies. What is yours?
cheese is not bad either.
Is ice up here or more jellies?
Ice, the jellies and poppy bubbles are
Is
better.
that the famous tea?
I have the boba iced tea. That's more of like the milky.
Mine's a milk tea. It's a taro tea.
What's it? Explain to the audience what is it. It looks like purple.
Purple, yeah.
What is
So taro, or I guess taro, however you want to say it, it's kind of similar to sweet potato. It's like a purple root, and so I don't know how they make it into a tea, but that's why it's purple. So it's like a purple sweet potato starchy
There you
thing.
go, like tea goes.
Yeah.
Tea over coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we don't drink coffee.
We don't drink
coffee at all. Can't do it.
Well, since we're on the topic, favorite foods.
Favorite food? I love any type of Asian cuisine. Like, Asian foods are
My
favorite.
favorite. Love food. It's difficult because they're both gluten free and dairy free. I try to like
Compensate.
at least try to support.
But I did have a pizza the other day.
I do want to get pizza here. I love New York pizza, so I am gonna do that. But I love like mac and cheese, a lot of like the classic like American cuisines, like burgers, pizza, and all of that. But I definitely love. I think we're gonna get like Venezuelan food because Alejo, who is the merch manager for Fozzy, he's from Venezuela. He was like, y'all, you have to come with me and get Venezuelan food.
We're like, oh, that looks so good.
I was like, we have to. So we love trying different things and different cuisines and different cultures. It's really good.
So then, like, let me ask you this: top three foods that you want to try. That you haven't tried. Venezuela is good.
Venezuelan food looks so good. I would really love to try like the Japanese or like Chinese curry because I kind of am like a fan of like the Indian curry, but I've never had like the Asian version of it, and it looks so good. I want to try authentic Korean barbecue and authentic Hawaiian barbecue because those are like my favorite foods in general. So I want to try like real stuff. Yeah, I want to try the real stuff.
I've always wanted to try the African cuisine fufu, and it's like this dough, but it's not cooked. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. And you take some part of it, and they have it's like a stew, and I'm not necessarily sure what's inside the stew, but it's more like meat, probably rice and soup, and then you take it, but you don't chew it, you just swallow the dough. And so it's really interesting. I'd love to try the flavors behind it. So.
Okay, just a couple more things. What do you think? Is there like a pre-show ritual that you guys do? Is there anything that gets you, being on tours, trying to festival, you gotta have to get into the mood and, be sure that like all the stress is away before you get on stage. What is it that you do pre-show that gets you?
We definitely have a lot of different things that we do individually, but also all together. Like we have to do our warm-ups by
Melissa
Cross. So especially for her screaming, if she just screams just without warming up, it will throw her voice.
I will lose my voice.
So I have to do the lead kind of vocals with Maggie, so I have to do them. So that takes about 15-20 minutes. And then especially our stretches, our warm-ups, because we're very active on stage. And if we pull
activate our
anything,
muscles and jog and do a bunch of jumping and stuff.
so we'll do push-ups, either ab workouts, abs, just to get everything warmed up before, because it's so easy to headbang and then you pull all the way down your back and it's oh, I have 25 more shows to do. So
We also always have to eat. Our dad's a really big proponent of carving up before shows.
Yeah.
They are such cardio intense shows. And so we always have bananas or granola bars or something, and we're just always pounding those as fast as we can so we can
we're
eat
big
those first.
proponents of make sure you fuel your body and to eat. It's never we need to not eat to fit in our uniforms. It's no, we make sure you eat so you don't pass out.
What about day offs? When you were on a day off, what is it you do to chill out and relax on the floor?
Me and Maggie are in college, so we do school, and then I edit our vlogs, so I'm editing and trying to catch up on sleep because of the late nights, and then we also stream, so Twitch streaming and doing that, so video games, so day offs aren't really day offs. We're still working, so there's a lot of work that we can't really do on show days.
We're also doing a meet and greet where we're driving to, I think it's west of New York,
It's somewhere in New York. I'm not sure where it is.
But this record shop is Bigfoot themed, and I love Bigfoot. So it's just gonna be really cool, and we're gonna play like an acoustic set and just like shop around the record shop. But yeah, it's funny. I don't know. We have this weird obsession with Bigfoot.
Right. What? You gotta expand on that. Like you can't just say that and you're not gonna drop it.
I don't know. Like
what's it about?
We're from, or like a lot of our family's from South Georgia, like Vidalia, Georgia. Like if we start sitting there for a couple days, our thick accent will come back. And so we're always like, oh, we'll go Bigfoot hunting, you know? So we'll go into like our land, and then we'll like act like we're like calling Bigfoot and then trying to film him or catch him or something.
Yeah.
And so I didn't realize when we started touring, I think a couple of years ago, like fully through the United States, they have the same Bigfoot, but like they call it something else, like Yeti or Sasquatch or I don't know, some of the other things that they have. And they go like all up through like the mountains, and then we started getting into the other creatures that different states have, like the cryptids and all of the cryptids. It's like you have Mothman, and then you have the Loch Ness Monster, and like all this different stuff. I don't know. It's just really interesting and fun to be caught up in it, I guess.
Yeah.
But all like the merch is really funny. Like they'll have Bigfoot stickers. We had even one of our like logos we did for a while was Bigfoot wearing a cheerleading uniform, and so it was just really funny.
That's life, right? Okay, cool. A couple more things. I wanted to know what are some things, like a couple things that you can't really live without. This could be objects, items, or just like things that you do in your life, daily life. There are like a few things that you can't live without, like drink, like I don't know, like it's like something that you do.
Yeah, I would definitely say we all are Christians, so especially on the road, it's important to us to be reading the Bible and in the Word and taking our time to like talk with God, because it can be stressful, and we don't shove it down anyone's throat, but we stand at the merch table and we speak with people and we share our truth because it's what we believe to be true, and it'd be selfish to keep it to ourselves. So we are out here spreading the gospel, and as Christians we believe that by doing that we are also becoming a bigger target for Satan, because he doesn't want that at all. And so it's definitely important to us and our team in the bus that we spend that time and we get prayed up, because we want to stay safe and we want to keep our eyes on the mission, because it can be easy to get lost in the fame and lost in the stage. And there's so many people out here, there's chanting our name, but that truly isn't what we're here for. We're not here for merch sales. We're not here for the pictures. Like, we're here to speak with people and encourage them and witness to them and be there to listen to them, because some of these people don't have anyone that will listen with them and like just literally empathize with them. So it's definitely important for us to like have that time and just like make sure we're good so that we are helped ourselves so we can help others. And it's definitely something that on this tour we made sure to prioritize, because we have a larger team, we have a bus, and we want to make sure everyone is good inside the bus so that we can all go out and be used for God. Like material type things, we're all very much like always either on our phone or on our computer working, and so just because work is such like, with band stuff you don't really get a time off, like it's not the normal like 9 to 5, you're like constantly working, and so I think if we didn't have that it would be a very like hectic thing, like we'd be freaking out, like oh my word, how are we supposed to get this work done? So I think the material wise, like that would probably be the biggest thing. Yeah. I guess to pull the other thing that we love doing is having our either like vitamins, supplements, or teas, because especially from like going on stage, getting all your energy out, and it depletes you. And then you're like shaking everybody's hands. Shaking everybody's hands. We're like, we want to stay healthy and like get all our nutrients in. So I do teas. I have a bunch of like wellness teas. Lulu has all her supplements, like her magnesium pills, and then Maggie has like her giant emergency packs, and then she'll take like the emergency. I have like the big like collagen tub, like just over there just chugging collagen. So yeah, we're stocked up. Yeah, we're stocked up.
Well, let me close with this then. Well, actually, two more things. On that, the Bible, faith, and all that kind of stuff. What would you say? What would you say to all those Christians? It's like more of a provocative question too. Like I want to say like your stats. Like what would you say to like Christians that don't think that metal music or rock music is like a good fit to be a faithful, like a good Christian? You know what I'm saying? It's usually I grew up Catholic. Guitar, electric guitars were not allowed.
I think it's
you know what I'm saying? Like, this could be like old school.
I think it's a valid question that people should ask. You know, like I hate the whole like, oh, don't like I'm not gonna listen to you even for asking, because you know, like some people are curious and they don't know. Like they grew up as like, oh, this is what I taught, and we love like having factual information. Like this is the facts. Like you can have your opinion on the matter, but that's not gonna trump fact. And so we believe that the Bible is true, and that's our foundation. So okay, what does the Bible say? It doesn't say anything about the distortion of guitars or how loud you have to be. Like it even says in Psalm that they were loud cymbals, and the praise was huge.
Shout to the Lord.
Yeah, and I'm like, so you're gonna argue against with David? You know, that's one of the books of the Bible. But I think it boils down to lyrical content. Obviously, if it's vulgar and goes against what we believe, I believe that it's wrong. There's nothing that proves through biblical literature that you can't have like screaming, metal, and all this type of stuff. You know,
you
like
could just as easily put like the words to Amazing Grace. You could put it to like a rock cover, but at the same time, if you have like the instrumental, like slow contemporary stuff, and you're out here like bashing people and saying super vulgar things, like how is that any more appropriate? You know, and so it's something that we definitely poke fun at a lot, especially on like our TikTok, because we know like people like to like talk a lot on TikTok, so we try to like spread the word and spread awareness of like that this is an okay thing, and like this is not anything wrong, and like it's okay for Christians to like heavy music, and you know just the message is what you have to really pay attention to. Like the instrumental side of it is just like a medium. It's not, there's nothing tied to that instrumental like aspect of it, and so you know we have thick skin because we grew up doing this, and so like when people say this stuff, it doesn't bother us, and we encourage people to talk about it, because it's like, well, let's get down to like the basis of this, and like we can give you our side of things, and like you're, like she said, you're entitled to your own opinion. So if you don't like the John Lennon, that's fine.
yeah, like we're not forcing it down. Like if you don't like this, then we don't like you.
If you don't like the John, it's fine. But you also can't actually say like, oh, we're doing this because it's not.
Like, just because something isn't normal to you doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah, which is something that we make sure that we have studied and like researched everything that we do. We never want to do something like just ignorantly and then like find out later that what we've been doing is wrong. So like especially like the cheerleading uniforms, people don't like that a lot, especially in the Christian community. And so like we are completely covered head to toe. Like we have like so many layers under this. Like if we fell over, like nothing would be exposed. Like, we're also torn with our parents, and so like I don't think our dad will let us get out of the bus like if we were inappropriately dressed. So
What was the funniest or weirdest like hate comments like on TikTok?
oh my goodness.
Like, I'm sure you guys get a lot of
Dude,
these.
people are like, your parents are like
some
selling
people,
you,
yeah,
like
some people
selling
think
your
our parents like
soul.
exploiting us and stuff.
Someone's
And so
like,
it's-
people think Maggie's possessed with a demon.
That's like the weirdest thing. They're like, oh my word, you're possessed. It's like, how? Like, how would I do that? Like, I'm a professing Christian. Like, that's not even possible. Like,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Well, let me close with this then. What is the worst metal band?
The worst metal
Worst metal band. There are a lot of bands, especially like hero metal bands, like the old boys, like Fuse again. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think
Metallica versus Motley Crue and all the time.
I think it's
They're like the
all
worst.
like
There's gotta be,
subjective though. Like we can say something is awful, but it could be someone's favorite band. So I don't know. It's like
What is your least favorite
Least
metal like hair metal band?
Dude, we can't say anything. We're gonna come for another thing to hate on.
I would say, what about
There are a
genre?
lot
What's
of
your
business
least
of it,
favorite
I'll
like
tell you.
genre?
Yeah, because with metal stuff, like, there's things, even if we don't like the band, we find things that we can appreciate about them. So, like, if you don't like their music, like, we appreciate their stage presence, or we appreciate, like, their appearance or their outfits and stuff on stage. And so it's hard to, like, say anything bad about, like, the metal community, because it's something that, like, it is a community. And so it's, like, even if we don't like it, like, we can't hate on them, because this is, like, our small, like, little community. We're
It's our
trying to just
family.
express it.
Oh, you can have that.
Yeah. So I think with like metal or rock, it's hard to say anything that we don't like. But yeah, we're not huge fans of like any vulgar stuff or anything like that. Like if a band's like explicitly like pushing like vulgar stuff and everything, we try to avoid that as much as possible. So I think that's the only thing that would be like the kicker for us.
Yeah.
Very diplomatic. Appreciate it. Aussie? No. Alright, what's today? Great. A lot of stuff. It was fun. It was a lot. It was really good.
You're welcome. Yay! I forgot we were going live.
Hey. Hi guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, it like dropped for a second. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for.
And I like your jacket too.
Hey, cool.
And I like your shoes. I just saw them in the interview and I was like, oh, I love your shoes.
I want to see if we can go to an anime store. I don't know about time.
Thank you, girl.
You made it. Did you put boba in yours? Do you like boba?
Do we have time? Do we have time to go to a place before we go back?
Yeah, it's right there.
3:30.
You got it?
The VIP Fozzie doesn't have a VIP from 4:30.
I'll get it. Don't
So we
worry.
could.
You need a.
You've got basically an hour.
Something to
but
push it.
literally.
With the eat art thing.
Well, if it's
so
like
Blaze,
right
they made
here,
them to us.
if it's like right here,
Hand it to you.
I'm gonna look up and see if there's a. I'm gonna see if there's.
handing it to me during the interview. I was like, my hands are
I'm gonna see if there's a place close. Okay, I gotta look it up, guys. We're going. Yeah, you hold this.
Look at those.
I also
Guys,
didn't
you
get
like my
food.
makeup today?
I have to wait to get food when we get back because I didn't get anything.
Usually, I try to do more in-depth stuff, but I cut their fright today.
You don't try mine, it's open. I don't know if there's anything
These
close.
they don't say.
I should have put
I
more ice
saw
in
it go up.
Yeah, no, I know. It must be. Yeah, it's there.
So there's like barely any ice in there, and it kind of already melted. Like all of the talks say something different. Like this one says you're the onigiri for me. Her says you make my heart go boba boba. Vice versa.
Maggie. They don't have any anime shops. What else do I look up?
K-pop shops.
Have you had it before?
What about cartoon alleys? Comic books?
Yeah.
What else would it be under?
I have a Yanni and a spicy tuna mayo. Or Connie maybe. Yanni or Connie? One of those.
There ain't nothing around here. We could just walk.
Yeah, we just walk.
And see.
And then if you still want to go to one, you can go to. We can see if Brett will drop us off or something. Okay, here who had tuna? I did. Here's 3 tunas. I had a tuna.
I got a seaweed
I got
salad.
2 tuna.
These. I didn't have chicken. Oh, here's tuna.
Got 2 chicken and 2
Let's
chicken.
eat. If we're
Got
gonna
2
go do
chicken, 2
something,
tuna.
let's go do it.
Darling,
Okay.
you ain't 21 older now.
I
1
know.
hour. Chapter
I
330?
had, maybe this one.
I had an imitation crab one. This one's mine. This one's your spring roll, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Spring roll. Can I have to eat? Is there another chicken? Look at my little crab.
Yeah, this chicken.
I had
What is it that
Liz.
you're looking for, Lou?
I want to go to
These
a.
guys are from here. He lives here.
I want to go to an anime store, like with the figurines and
Is there
stuff.
any anime store?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a store that's all manga and anime.
We went to a few years ago, but I don't even remember
So,
where they
like, how
are.
far? Walkable?
It is walkable, but it might take more than an hour because you get so enraptured in the world of anime.
Well, how far is the store, though?
That store is by. I mean, it's a quick subway ride. It's about 2 stops on the subway. Walk about 3 blocks. Forget the name, but it's in Bryant Park.
No, I'd rather just walk and stay here. If there's
Yeah.
something you can do around here.
There's another store that's closer that's all comics and figurines and stuff.
That would be cool.
I don't care. I just really want to like stick here and get close. And
Guys, I can't see what everyone's saying right now.
Alright, we got a food. My little crab one. And I got
chicken.
There's a little chicken.
Yeah, that's the
I think
one
they
that's
missed
all
one of mine though.
comics and
Alright, listen. There's a place 15 minutes walk from here we can do, and then you can basically have 30 minutes there and 15-minute walk back. But that means you have to be done eating now. So the more time you take to eat, the less time you have for anime.
I just have the seaweed salad. We gotta slam our
There's a
food.
little dog over there. Look.
Oh, I see him. He's looking. What did you get, CJ? I got yaya chicken and then a spring roll.
Fine now. That is so good.
Alright. I'm gonna try the crab one first because I've had tuna and spicy mayo one before. So I want to keep that one for last because I know I like it. Try the crab one. I want to save these stickers though, they're cute. Oh wait, there's a specific way to do this though. They said pull the red tab, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, pull the red tab.
and then just roll.
Oh, it's imitation crab.
Yeah.
Where's the seaweed?
To wrap the seaweed around it. How do you get the seaweed out?
How do you get the seaweed
Oh,
out?
this way, this way, this way.
Well, there's seaweed in there.
This way, like this.
I don't know there is.
Look like this.
Yeah, chicken has one. There's seaweed right here, though. This we can take out. Oh. I totally missed that.
All right.
Dog, the pizza, I don't know how I put that down. I put 2 slices that were like basically half a piece. I basically had half a piece for myself. I don't know how I put that down.
Good?
Yeah.
May I try yours?
It's like crab and mayo. Instead of good mayo.
Guys, I can't see what you're saying right now. So. Try bud. What are you doing? Look at
I got tuna.
Make room for the tuna. That's
good.
bomb. That's actually so good.
This one's crab.
You use spicy mayo.
And this crab is spicy mayo.
Chicken one's better.
Huh?
I only ordered 2. I have extra chicken? I think so. Blaze is missing a chicken.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe Mom did. Mom, did you eat? We have an extra one.
I had pizza.
That's his. He ordered it.
He has 4. Did you order 5?
This one's mine. That's hers.
No, because Blaze had the 2 and 2, and you had 2.
I had 2 and 1. I had 2 tuna and 1 chicken. But if y'all want it, you can have it.
When you're done, can I see your mom? Can you see what I'm saying? You always clear out of it. You butt cheek.
Whenever you open the camera, please don't.
Ooh, I can't see what you guys said. Chat disappeared. Sorry about it. You have to repeat everything we said. Haha. I might end stream. Yeah, I might end stream. Because we're about to go walk around, but we don't have a lot of time before we have to go back to the venue. So, might end.
I didn't know Rolf had a restaurant here.
Whoa. Might end, and then I have to. I'm gonna do jump cam tonight. So,
Is that a common name?
if you guys want to
Apparently.
come hang out at 8:20, that'll be jump cam. And then tomorrow on off day, I'm gonna stream tomorrow later tonight. Or later tonight? I can't speak. Tomorrow later in the day, late at night. So tomorrow I think probably Fortnite.
Yeah, mine.
Probably. Okay, thank you. Remember Little Honey Never Alone? Yeah. Premiere at 5. Yes, premiere at 5.
Yes, sir.
And then there's going to be
What?
game stream tomorrow and Wednesday.
I did the Blaze
Okay.
Talk trick.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys.